Hi, friends. Welcome to the Bunkhouse.
Riding for the brand. Have a word with your maker, boys. Give him thanks now and then. Take your hat off for the stars and the stripes when old glory's passing by. Keep the campfire burning. Keep the cowboy coat alive.
I want you to tell the folks how you started acting and what you were doing before you started.
I failed at more things than most people ever try. Before I started being an actor, I was a horseshoer, and a pretty good one. And I was shoeing a horse at Fat Jones' stable one day, and a guy drove in there and said to Dyke Johnson, he said, "We're looking for some guys that can ride. We need to make them up like apes, because we're making a movie called Planet of the Apes." He said, "Well, hell, there's a fellow there looks more like an ape than an ape. Maybe you can use him." And that's how I got started. Never looked back.
But Granddad saw a Goshen land, no trees, no rocks to clear. He bent his back and skinned his hands, and he got by year, till the Dust Bowl broke his heart. But stubborn he remained, practiced in the farmer's art of promises of rain.
Tell us about A Feather in the Rain. We'll get up there so folks can see
that one, there's a little sadness to it, but again, it's a realization of something. I lost a young son. He was 26 years old, and it was the most devastating thing that you can ever imagine. Certainly that ever happened to me. And for a while there, I thought my life was over. I mean, I literally kind of hid under the covers. I felt, and I was doing good, but I just was paralyzed by it.
As steel railroad hold her western coast, she's moving her people on. Now buildings hide out her sunset skies. The moving keeps her people strong. And now I love to gaze at the color change in her hills of Tennessee, or to smell the rain on her sun-baked plain with a good horse between her and me.
I turned to Lisa at that point and said, "We're not doing this party tonight. There's something really gone wrong, and I don't know what it is, but we're not going to be catering this party." Well, I had some of our crew that was actually on the south lawn of the White House waiting for us. And because I was watching TV at that point, and they said that all of a sudden everybody ran out of the White House. I mean, they had, these were cooks and everybody, secretaries, the florists, everybody, and they were running out, and our people said, "What's wrong?" And they said, "Run," and they did, and the third plane flew into the Pentagon.
And you took that food over to the Pentagon, didn't you?
Well, the White House called, said, "What do we do?" And I said, "You tell me what to do," and they said they wanted all the food, and they fed all the firemen at the Pentagon and the Secret Service.
Charlie Barton and his family stopped today to say goodbye. They said the bank was taken over. The last few years were just too dry. And I promised that I'd visit when they found a place in town. Then I spent a long time thinking about the ones the wolves pulled down. those of us who fall behind. And when we stumble in the snow, could you help us up while there's still time?
Now, before we go, I'd like to leave you with something to think about till next week. America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves. Abraham Lincoln said that. We'd like to invite you to listen to Cowboy Corner on your local radio station, and be sure to join us right here in the Bunkhouse at the same time next week. On behalf of myself, Red Steagall, and Jake, and Badger, and Old Dan, and Leon, and out at the wagon, Cliff and Bill, we thank you. And as we tip our resistalls to you, adios, my friends.